To be honest, the vinyl record almost wiped out in the 90s. The music industry played a very important role in this by closing vinyl factories and promoting the CD, which was much cheaper in its production. There are three reasons why I believe the vinyl record will never be lost, and the third reason is for me the most important. My name is Yannis, I'm the founder of Vinylom.com, and in this video I will tell you the three reasons why the vinyl record is never going to die. And this is the first reason. The record didn't die in the hard times. The period from 1991 to 2007 was very difficult. Sales of records decreased too much, but there was always interest from people who bought music on vinyl. There were always people who wanted to hear their music from vinyl records. They wanted to listen to their music and watch their vinyl record spin on the turntable. They liked the process, they liked the ritual. That alone would be enough to convince someone that the vinyl isn't going to die. Since it didn't die then, it won't die even now that the conditions are much better. Second reason, Internet. The vinyl record was helped by the Internet. Collectors, music lovers and merchants all over the world came together through their computer. They became a network and they managed to connect using as common element their love for the music and the vinyl record. Everything can now be found by pressing a few buttons on a keyboard, and that firstly stabilized a situation that has taken a downward course, and secondly aroused interest. The various online marketplaces, especially eBay in the first period, Amazon, Discogs, our marketplace, Vinylom's marketplace, provide great help. As long as there's internet, the vinyl record isn't going to die. The direct link between sellers and buyers is a very important factor in the development of the market. The third, and in my opinion the most important reason, the vinyl record is a collector's item. The vinyl record was, is and will be a collector's item. As time passes, it will gain more value. There are too many records worth more than $1,000. In the description below, you can find the Vinylom Encyclopedia link with interesting stories and the history of sales of rare and expensive records, an encyclopedia to which we constantly add the stories of rare records. But in addition to the very collectible records, there are also the old records that are now sold in dollar bins. The vinyl records that will be kept in good condition will increase their value over the coming years. The fact also that too many of them have a much better sound than today's re-releases will play an important role in increasing the demand. Do not be surprised if in 10 years from now an original mint or sealed copy of the first LP of Van Halen is worth more than a deluxe 180 grams repressed copy of the same album. In Vinylom's forum, both I and Vinylom users write for dollar bin records with great musical value. In the description below you will find the link. Also, too many new releases from well-known bands are currently being cut into limited editions, and their value goes up even a few months after their release. Think about what will happen in the next 15-20 years. The first few years may go unnoticed due to the multitude of releases, but sooner or later they will find a way to the collector's market. And here I'd like to tell you a tip for new collectors. Look for vinyl records released by new bands whose music is excellent. Usually they are sold at low prices, $18, $20, and when people discover them after years, your copy or copies will be in great value. Also, the search is very interesting. It will make you discover new music and new bands with great interest. I recently read an article by the BBC that said that the 50% of buyers who buy records do not even open them. That alone shows where things are moving. All those records that have been sealed for many years will find their way to the market at some point, and their value will surely be greater. As a collectible medium, the vinyl is very valuable, and in the years that come, this value will rise even more. And its value cannot be lost in any way, because the vinyl record contains something that the entire planet loves: music. So, to sum up, the record is not going to be lost. Yeah, people will always want to hear music from records. They'll always want to be able to hold and feel the cover and the record in their hands. They'll always like the process of finding their music in record stores, on the internet, etc. But the record also has a material value that goes up and will never make it disappear. I am Yannis, the founder of Vinylom.com. In the description below you will find some interesting links about Vinylom, as well as a link to the marketplace, while you will find millions of vinyl records from hundreds of vendors from all over the world, from US, Great Britain, and from all the other countries in the world. At this point, I would like to thank all the Vinylom users who followed us from the beginning. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'd like to hear your opinion on this video. If you think there is anything else that has not been said, I will be interested to read it in the comments. If you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel. I am preparing some very interesting and original content, so if you want to be one of the first to see it, you know what to do. Thank you very much for watching the video, and stay tuned. Great things are coming. Enjoy music, enjoy life, enjoy vinyl. Love and rock and roll.